Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new, and welcome to another reading vlog. So today we are continuing this little series I seem to have started of doing Colleen Hoover reading vlogs. I've now done a reading vlog for All Your Perfects. It ends with us Ugly Love, I think. And today, as you'll be able to tell from the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be reading November 9th. I am so darn excited for this book. It is ridiculous. Ever since I started doing my little Colleen Hoover reading vlogs, so many of you guys have been commenting that I need to get to November 9. So many people have said this is their favourite book of all time, their favourite Colleen Hoover book of all time. So guys, I have high hopes for this one. I am counting on you. It does sound very, very intriguing. All I know about this is what I've read on the blurb, which is we follow Fallon and Ben, and I'm pretty sure this one is a dual POV, just like most of Colleen Hoover's books, which is one of the reasons I love her romances. So we follow Fallon and Ben is an aspiring novelist. It sounds a bit like One Day by David Nichols, I believe. I have not read that book, but I kind of understand the premise. For some reason their lives are constantly like passing each other, meaning that they can never get together. So every year on November 9, the same day every year, they meet up and continue to have like this pull towards each other, but there's always things going on in each other's lives that means they cannot be together. Then it says, until one day Fallon becomes unsure if Ben has been telling her the truth or fabricating a perfect reality for the sake of the ultimate plot twist. Can Ben's relationship with Fallon and simultaneously his novel be considered a love story if it ends in heartbreak? So I'm intrigued. It sounds like him writing this novel, it's almost like maybe he is making this happen, like these meetings each year purely for the sake of his novel, and she's like his muse. But do they actually have real feelings for each other? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. I always do love books as well that have anything to do with writing and with books. I always think that's like a really interesting part of a novel, especially if it kind of like weaves into the story itself and you get some like comments on writing and literature in general. So that will be a very interesting part of this book. And I've also heard, I'm pretty sure this one is in the same universe as Ugly Love. So I think we maybe see Tate and Miles at some point, which I'm so excited for. Like, Ugly Love is one of my favourite books ever. It's such a beautiful book, so I am really excited to get a little bit more Tate and Miles in my life. This one says that it's 300 pages, but I don't believe it. Unless these pages are like super thick, this does not look like a 300 page book. Like, she looks thick. She looks thicker than 300 pages anyway, like maybe around the 400, 450 page mark. So I'm a little bit confused, but we'll find out. I also am not a huge fan of this cover. I'm pretty sure there's a much nicer cover for November 9, but this is the one they had in the works, so this is the one that I got. But yeah, I think without further ado, I should probably just start reading. Alright you guys, I have just read the first November 9, so it's split up. I think I showed you like a little clip in the b-roll. It's split up between like 1st November 9, 2nd November 9 and so on. You read each date each year as a different part. There was definitely a better way to explain that, but we'll just go with it. So I've just read the 1st November 9, the first date that they meet. So I'm about 80 pages in, and you guys, when I tell you I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with this book. Like, this already 100% has the potential to be my new favourite book, my new favourite Colleen Hoover, and I'm just not ready. Oh my god, it's so good. I am already so darn invested in these characters' lives. Like, I don't know how Colleen Hoover does it, I just don't know, but she just gets me. Like, I am never as invested in characters or their storylines as I am in Colleen Hoover books. I don't know how she does it, but she just pulls me in, and I already feel emotional. Like, I already feel concerned about what is going to happen, and I am pretty sure I'm going to cry. So obviously they meet, and then they decide that because she is just about to move across the country from like LA to New York or something, and she wants to go there and have a fresh start and probably live her life and be herself and grow as a person, that they will not speak to each other while she is away. But they do decide that they will meet every year on November 9th to catch up and see how their lives are going. And Ben is going to write a novel, a romance novel, about their relationship and their meeting each year, and sort of write from their experience. And I'm already so concerned from what I've read on the blurb and from some of the little like foreshadowing type of lines in this, that he's gonna like fuck it up purely for the sake of his book, and I'm not okay with that. Like, I know it's like, it is insta-lovey, it is, and they even comment on that themselves, which is what I love about this book, is it's so self-aware. Like, they keep talking about books and book tropes and romance novels, and clearly talking about the fact that that is exactly what their life is, or what this book is, which I love. So it is very insta-lovey, but they're just so perfect. As always with a Colleen Hoover novel, this book starts right in the action. Like, every single Colleen Hoover romance starts with such an amazing, funny, action-packed first scene. Like, no other romance novels compare to it with that. Like, they just instantly hook you in. So in this one, Fallon is having lunch with her absolute arsehole of a father, and then Ben sees how much she's struggling, so he literally just comes and sits down next to her and is like, oh, sorry babe, sorry I'm late, and pretends to be her boyfriend, and just gives her dad like a complete dressing down. They've never met, but this is how they meet. It's just so good. And now I'm rooting for them so much, and I'm worried. I'm so worried. But if you cannot tell, I am absolutely obsessed with this book already, as I always am when I read a Colleen Hoover book. I just want to annotate and underline every single line. Like, I think my favourite line, which is actually the line on the front of the book so far, which just speaks to me, is, you'll never be able to find yourself if you're lost in someone else. Like, why is the tagline to every Colleen Hoover book just like so profound, you know? So yeah, I'm loving it. I have noted down quite a few lines already that I think are like foreshadowing what is going to happen in this book, or at least hinting at what could happen, and none of them are good. No doubt about it, I am ready to get my heart broken again. Alright you guys, I have just finished the second November 9, so I am now on page 133. And secrets are being kept from each other, and I'm not okay with it. Like, obviously we know this is a Colleen Hoover book. Something is going to happen within this book that's going to make me want to kill myself. That's just how Colleen Hoover books go. I'm preparing myself for it emotionally as I read, but I really have no idea where this is going. Like, I don't know what this plot twist is going to be that's going to make me heartbroken, and I really wish I could kind of have some idea of it so that it's not a complete knife to the heart, but it looks like I'm not gonna get my wish. I don't think I'm ready. So obviously what I've just read is a year after the first time we met, and we basically know nothing about what happens to them between those dates. It's all about them spending their time with each other on these dates and how they feel about each other then. So you don't really know anything that's happening in the interim, in the years between. So I'm about to go on to their third time meeting, so now it'll have been 2 years since they first met. A lot can happen in 2 years. A lot can happen in 1 year, and I just feel like one of these years, a lot's gonna happen for one of them, and something's gonna stop them being together. Usually with a romance novel, you can be quite relaxed in the fact that there's gonna be a happy ending. Colleen Hoover, however, I do not trust. Either she's gonna make me sob my heart out maybe like 3/4 into the book with something that happens, and then things are going to get better and everyone's going to be happy in the end, or she's just going to make me sob for like the last quarter of the book and everything's going to be horrible. I don't know. I don't know where this is going, but at the moment I am absolutely obsessed with it. I love this book so much. I love Fallon and Ben and their relationship, and I just want everything to be okay. Also, we have had a little ugly love reference. So Ian comes in his pilot uniform and he talks about the fact that Miles has like covered his shift for him so he can be here. Love that. Also, as always, Colleen Hoover always has her title written in the book, which I always love. Absolutely adore those moments where you find the title within the pages. Obviously this one's a bit different because it literally says November 9 all the time, because it's like, I mean, right here I'm about to go on to their 3rd, November 9th. But there's also like a bit in their dialogue where they're talking and November 9 is mentioned in a different way to just the date. I don't want to say any more because I don't want to give spoilers, but just know it was a nice moment. I guess I'm going to go on to their 3rd, November 9th now, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm very concerned. Very concerned. Alright you guys, I have now read another 2 November 9ths and I'm not okay. Colleen Hoover has done it once again. She has ripped out my heart and stomped all over it. I don't know how we're coming back from this. I don't understand. I wasn't ready. I was not ready for what was going to happen in this book. I think most of the tabs since we last spoke have been blue, which means sad, or pink, which is romantic / love, and therein lies my confusion. So I'm on page 193. I'm about to go on to the 5th November 9th, which I believe is their final November 9th. Did they say they were going to do 5 or did they say they were going to do 6? I thought they said they were going to do 5. I'm confused because if this is the 5th November 9th, we still have just over 100 pages to go. So what is the rest of the book? How the math ain't mathing. I have no idea where this is about to go. I have no idea how the rest of this book is going to pan out, and I don't know if I'm ready to find out. I'm just praying, hoping and praying that Ben and Fallon end up together, end up happy, and end up getting everything they've ever wanted and more. I'm conflicted because part of me wants to just stay up and bang out the rest of this book because I need to know what happens, but the other part of me really needs to sleep. And right now my heart is literally beating out of my chest, my brain is going a mile a minute because of the emotions that this book has brought out in me. So I feel like if I continue reading, I just ain't gonna sleep, and I need to sleep, you know? So I feel like the most sensible thing to do would be to put the book down, go to bed, and come back to it tomorrow refreshed and ready to take on the rest of the emotional roller coaster. I think that is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Alright you guys, it is the next day. Iced coffee has been obtained. It's time to finish this book. Okay guys, I'm about to read The Last November 9th. Okay guys, I have officially finished November 9 by Colleen Hoover, and I think I might have a new favourite book. I definitely think this is my favourite Colleen Hoover book that I've read so far. I was just absolutely obsessed with it from start to finish, and I am with every Colleen Hoover book I read, but there was just something about this one that I was just so invested in. I wanted Ben and Fallon to be together so much. I thought their story was absolutely beautiful. I really enjoy that trope of the one only meeting once every year, and the way that it was done in this was just done so well. There was some twists and turns in this that I did not see coming, but only added to the story, especially once you figured out what was really going on and what everything meant. I mean, if you don't believe my words, I literally tabbed this book to within an inch of its life, and that was me holding back. I could have tabbed so much more. But this book, like all of Colleen Hoover's books, was an absolute emotional roller coaster. And don't look at the words, but this is just to show you, literally we have 3 different emotions in one page and a lot of underlining. So clearly my emotions were all over the place with this book. This book is going to stay with me for a long time. I really do think it might be like my new favourite book ever, which is a very, very bold statement. And I don't think I've ever said before that a romance is my favourite book, so we're into new ground here, people. Maybe I'm becoming a romance reader, or maybe Colleen Hoover is just particularly incredible. I'm so in my feels right now. Absolutely obsessed, cannot wait to read my next Colleen Hoover, and probably give that one 5 stars as well. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, this is a 5-star. I don't think I said that, but I did say it's probably my favourite book ever, so it's probably quite clear that it was a 5-star read. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on another Colleen Hoover book. I am at some point planning to do a reading vlog where I see how many Colleen Hoover books I can read in 24 hours. I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing that, but it is definitely in the works, so let me know if that's something you look forward to seeing. I'm really sorry if you can hear that the dogs, my neighbour's dogs, are literally barking outside the window, so the window's shut, but I think you can still hear it, and I do apologise. But if we did make it to the end of this video, what emoji can we choose for this? I'm really not sure. If you made it to the end of this video, then pop the pen emoji down below to go along with the fact that writing was such a big part in this book. Pop that emoji down below just to let me know that you made it to the end of this video and that you enjoyed your time here. But as always, if you did enjoy the video, then do please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more bookish content from me, comment down below with any of your thoughts and feelings. I do reply to every single comment. I love you all, and I will see you in my next one.